First bite. Let me make sure I get a little bit of everything. I want some guac 3000. I want some fries. Oh! I know! Life is worth living!
Carvel on the beat.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. With your man I go, laughing all the way. Welcome back to another dia of 7 days of Stitchmas. Both of these items were gifted to me by one of you. This little squishmallow, while I was out of town, one of you stupidas hunted me down and was like, oh my God, I saw you were in the area and I wanted to give this to you. And I was like, open your mouth. Yeah, but that was hella cute. So it's like a little cute squishmallow. And then this little blanket, if y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all know the mission that happened to get this blanket. So thank you to my amiga Alondra for getting this cozy blanket for me. It's the only Stitch blanket that I have because I had no luck in las tiendas finding one. And my amiga that gave this one to me, she didn't give me her name, so that's not my fault. That's her fault, so tell her. Just kidding. Pero thank you. For today's video, I had a little collab that ended up not really working out. So I went on like my little broadcast channel on Instagram and I was like, hey, what would y'all want me to film? Because that video is not gonna work out. And let me just say that I was really happy to see most of the video suggestions were for me to do a mukbang. So I was hella happy for two reasons. Reason number one is because obviously I want to eat food. And reason number two is because I love filming mukbangs because I get to give y'all cheeseman and also answer y'all's question. But it feels really intimate. Like it's one of my favorite videos to go through the comments because I feel like I get some feedback or I just get to see you guys' replies. That's what we're gonna be doing for today's video. And I have my comidita all ready. So make sure you grab your comida, grab something to drink, grab your hombres chile, and sit back and relax. Because this is gonna be a long one. For my mukbang, oh, I had to get this, you guys. Like, oh, I was in between this or doing like spicy noodles or In-N-Out, but this one for me, like, oh my God. Y'all know me and hot Cheeto, so I had to take it way back and make it like very OG vibes. The hot Cheeto mukbang. Y el pinche guac. Oh, I see it. I see a little green in there. So I see a little... Look at her! Oye, me lo quiero comer todo de una mordida y hasta la pinche boca se me está haciendo agua. Go get your food ahorita mismo, amiga, porque I know your mouth's gonna be hella watering while you're listening to all this cheese if you don't. Ooh, I'm so ready to dig in, you guys. Okay. And to drink, I got some agua de horchata. I know that's right. Before I get into all of the cheese, man, of course I'm gonna do a taste test. Horchata bomb. First bite. Let me make sure I get a little bit of everything. I want some guac 3000. I want some fries. Give me a bucket. Oh! I know. Cheers, estúpida. Tú también dale mordida a tu comida, ¿eh? Córrele, tú primero, córrele, que se me está haciendo el pinche agua en la boca. ¿Ya? ¿Ya? Ok. Salud. Cheers. Let me just enjoy it. If you have your food with you, take a bite with me. Let's just sit here in silence and enjoy it. I don't want to hear you breathe. I don't want to hear you talk. I'm not going to talk. Let's just enjoy this food, okay? Salud. 1, 2, 3. razón. Life is worth living. Don't even tell me what crawled up my pompis and has made me sing like in every episode. That came out of nowhere, but I'm mad at them. Ay, como que they were being a little coditos with the cheese. Luego lo llenan con queso. And right now they're being a little codos. Yeah. It's good. But I need some more cheese up in that bit. I love when it's like super cheesy. But alright, I'm excited to film this video. If I have food in my face or on my mouth, please make sure you don't let me know in the comment section below porque me vale. Estoy comiendo ovi que voy a tener comi... ¿A quién se le antojó que se me cayó un pedacito de carne? I feel like once I start to chisme, I slow down on eating, but ahorita le voy a entrar unas mordidas porque tengo una hambre. Pero okay. So on my Instagram broadcast group chat, I asked you guys to give me some questions or topics to talk about, and y'all really came through and gave me some really good questions and topics. I'm nervous. That's why I have my Squishmallow right here. I don't know what I want to start with, y'all. Y'all are scary with some of these. Okay, I think I'm going to start with like a Juicy Couture one. This one says, what do you have to say to everyone that's saying that you're mad or disappointed at Yoatzi's new pregnancy? I'm going to take a few bites for that one. Agárrense, porque ahí viene. I gotta make sure I'm not hangry while I answer this, because... So here it is. I'm gonna start off by saying my response to Yoatzi being pregnant. I am 100% genuinely mad. Es que ya sé que eso es lo que quieren escuchar, estúpidas. Pero en serio, I am so happy for Yoatzi and Alex to be having another baby. And not only another baby, but a baby boy. I am so happy for them, you guys. But without being said, I was very shocked. I was very, very shocked. I wasn't expecting it. She had told me that she was gonna wait until she had a third, porque she really wanted to continue to soak up Ella growing up. And Alex has said the same thing. So when they told me they were having another baby, I was genuinely shocked. Like, no me la esperaba para nada. And also, I film with Yoatzi at least once a week for Pretty Not Smart. So I never noticed a bump. I never noticed her being nauseous. And like, I feel kind of dumb for not noticing her like not drinking. But aside from Pretty Not Smart, me and Yoatzi no nos juntamos todos los días como siempre, because she's obviously really busy with her kids and her family and everything that like, I don't really see her that much for me to have like noticed. So if anything, I was just more shocked and surprised that I didn't catch on to it. Porque yo a veces sí soy bien fisgón. Like, I be looking at everything and like noticing things. So I was like, how did I not notice this? But for people who were saying that me or my family was disappointed, is a no. Like, ustedes ya saben, I don't feed into the drama. People say shit about me all the time. All I do is sit back and let people agarrarse ahí con los pinches comentarios, say whatever they want to say. But I do want to say thank you to all of y'all who always stand up for me and my family, because it doesn't go unnoticed. It honestly was funny though, like seeing how much people like dissected the situation. Like, there was this one comment that I saw. I don't even remember exactly what it said, but it was basically being like, I'm reading Louie's body language and I can see how disappointed and frustrated and blah, blah. And I was like, bitch! She's all reading my palm and like telling her the future and shit. But I was like, why in the world would I be disappointed? Like, Yoatzi is financially stable. Yoatzi can afford to have another baby, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, si se le da la gana. Yoatzi owns her home. Yoatzi is financially supporting herself, her family, my parents. ¿Por qué va a haber razón de que yo voy a estar disappointed. If anything, I think me and Andrea have talked about us not really being sure about us wanting to have kids in the future. So if anything, we're relying on Yoati to have all the kids for the Castros. No, pero I couldn't be happier. I'm gonna be a Theo again, and it's gonna be a boy. I don't know. I just feel like it was perfect for Yoati to already have Travis. Now she has an Ella, which was a girl, and now like another boy. I feel like they're both gonna be protecting Ella. I know Travis wants a baby brother to play with. Like, me and my sisters grew up as 3 siblings, so I feel like her having 3 siblings is just like history repeating itself. I'm really happy for him. Also, Alex is such an amazing dad. Like, no joke. Like, aside all Yoati and Alex's problems that they've had sometimes, like, I'm sure you guys have all seen esto siempre un pinche live and shit, but together they are really amazing parents, and Alex is such an amazing dad, and I feel like Alex truly was a blessing for the Castro family. So what in the world could I be frustrated about for Yoati to have another baby with a man like Alex by her side? So I'm not gonna get all chillona about it, but that's what I have. But that is genuinely my reaction to Yoati being pregnant. And if you think I was mad, who's cheers. You stick to your opinion. All right, let's go to part 2. Ooh, okay. This one says, has there ever been a collab that you hated? Also, mind you, a lot of these questions that I'm picking are the ones that have the most likes in the group chat. So I know those are the ones that y'all wanted to hear. So, I don't think, and I'm not BSing y'all, I don't think there's one collab that I hated or didn't enjoy. And I can tell you guys why. I will not film a collab with anyone who I do not have some sort of friendship or relationship with. Like, y'all will not catch me doing that. I just can't do that. Like, I can't like meet someone for the first time and try to do a collab with them. Like, I feel like everyone I've collabed with is somebody who I really enjoy being around, or I've been wanting to film with them for a while, or I've met them previously or something like that. So I feel like I haven't given myself the chance to do a collab and like get hit sideways and I hate the collab, because I already like knew all these people, and I have filmed videos with people who are no longer in my life anymore, but that doesn't mean I hate that collab, because in that moment, what I captured in that video is like a true visual aspect of what our friendship or relationship was in that moment. I will give you guys a little bit of chisme though, since I know that's what you guys were looking for. There was one collab that I haven't been able to rewatch because I cringe at it so much. My collab with Mario Aguilar is like, let me just tell y'all straight up. I am and have been such a huge fan of Mario that like I was like so excited yet so shocked that he was in my house. Like I just, it was one of those moments where I was like, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. And like, I love watching his videos. I think he's so funny. Like, I love how he skits. Like, I've been wanting to go see him on tour. Like, so to have Mario come into my house and film a video, like, oh, I cringe because like, I feel embarrassed at like how nervous I was. Not because of how he was or anything. Like, Mario was perfect. Like, exactly how he is online is how he is in person. He's so funny. He's so sweet. He's like, doesn't give you like judgmental or like mamon vibes. Like, nothing like that. Like, he's so freaking sweet. But I was like, I was being such an estúpida when we were filming that video that todo el español like left my mouth. I think it's because I was so nervous that like he obviously speaks very well and like more proper Spanish than I do. So I got really nervous, and it was just so much going on in my head at once. That, like, one, I couldn't believe I was filming with him because, like, he's such an icon. And, like, two, I couldn't believe he was in my house. And three, like, hearing his Spanish and then my Spanish, like, I just felt like I wasn't speaking right. And, like, everything just... I felt like I couldn't even do the most simple things. And I know the video wasn't bad, maybe not to you guys, because I got a lot of really great feedback. But I just cringe at, like, how I was so nervous during that collab. But it's one of my favorite collabs. I haven't been able to rewatch it because I'm scared of looking like a dumbass or like remembering how I felt in that moment. But it's a collab that I'm really proud of, and I'm really happy that I got to do that. Pero sí, todos los nervios del mundo me cayeron ese día, and it was probably one of the most nerve-wracking collabs that I've done. I feel like the more that I mix it, the better. Oh my god, aquí está todo el aguacate, mira. Oh, he was all hiding at the bottom, but... There it was. Maybe I have to, like, give it a good shake. ¿Y todos los achiros qué? ¿Dónde quedaron? Okay, this question is kind of similar to the last one, but not really. But it just says, what famous person have you met and still cannot believe that you met? What's the history behind it? I've came across quite a few different celebrities, but to actually, like, meet a celebrity is, like, very different. I want to say there's two. I'm going to say two because there's a different reason as to why I was, like, shook to both of them. I'm going to go with celebrity that, like, I have been watching since I was a mocoso, and that was Thalia. I was so shocked, starstruck, horny, all right, like, todas las emociones del mundo when I met Thalia, and I couldn't believe it. For many of my Latinas, y'all are probably very familiar with some of her novelas. There were so many, like, if I can remember, it was Mariela del Barrio, Marimar, there's more that I'm forgetting, but I literally grew up watching Thalia because my mom watched Thalia. I listened to her music, like, growing up. Like, just, my mom was, like, such a huge fan of Thalia that I feel like I became such a huge fan of Thalia at such a young age. And I went to this event. What was it called? Mujeres Latinas? Something like that. But it was an award show for, like, Mujeres Latinas. And I didn't know who was going to be there. And I remember when I was walking the carpet, it was like this smaller carpet just full of a bunch of press. So I didn't really know who was going to be there, if the celebrities were going to walk that carpet or if they were going to walk a separate carpet. Because sometimes they do that. They have either a separate carpet for celebrities or they wait till the very end to let, like, the celebrities go through. So I remember I was, like, finishing up on the carpet. I was like, and at the end, all I start hearing is people being like, Thalia, Thalia, Thalia. And I was like, I turned so slowly, and ahí estaba Thalia, like, right next to me. And I was so shocked. Like, I couldn't believe I was that close to her. And I feel like I just went, like back to, like, my childhood. And I was gagged. Que ahí estaba Thalia. And, like, she looks exactly the same how, like, she looked when I was watching her growing up in these novelas. So I feel like I went back in time and, like, I met her during those novelas that I couldn't believe it. And I mentioned quite a few times where, like, I came across celebrities and I haven't said hi to them or anything. Like, one of my biggest regrets was not saying hi to Kim, Kylie, Kendall, and, like, all the freaking Kardashians when I was in the same room with them at their event. One of my biggest regrets, but I know there's going to be another chance. But with Thalia, I wasn't going to let that happen again. I was like, what are going to be the chances for me to be in the same room as Thalia? That I told myself, like, Louie, you have to ask for a picture. Like, I don't care how nervous you are. I don't care how scared you are. Like, I don't care, whatever. You have to ask her for a picture. And basically, she was getting all her, like, paparazzi photos. And I was like, where do I stand so that she has to pass by me? Because at this point, a lot of the security was kind of, like, moving people around her. Like, excuse me. Like, they were trying to get her pictures. Boom, 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 get out. So I was like, I have to stand by the exit. So I pretended to continue to take pictures by the carpet. And I started recording because I was like, this has to be the moment you ask her for a picture. Like, you're probably not gonna get another opportunity to be this close to her without like hundreds of people asking her for a picture, because toda la press que estaba ahí was like behind the carpet. So it was really only the people on the carpet who had access to her, unless they like asked her for an interview. So I started recording because I was like, I'm gonna ask her for a picture, and if she can't take a picture, like at least I'll get like a cute little video. And as she was gonna pass by me, I made sure to ask her nicely because she could easily be like, move it. So I was like, ¿me podría tomar una foto, por favor? Something within those. I have a video of it on like my Instagram. And she says, yes, of course, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I was just shocked to see how like sweet she was, because she looked like she was on a rush. Obviously, she had to go on stage and stuff. So luckily, I did a video, and then I just screenshotted like the pictures from there. But I did a video, and even her security in the back kind of like smiled a little bit. So they were both really nice. And I think I am one of the only people who got a picture with her that day, like that was on the carpet. And I just couldn't believe it. And I was so happy and so excited. And I sent the picture to like my family, and everybody was like, oh my God, like Thalia, like I can't believe it. The next person I would say is Becky G. Y'all know I love Becky G, and I've been a fan of Becky G for years now. Every song that she drops, I'm like, add. Like she makes such amazing music, and I feel like I could feel her singing it. And obviously she's so fucking beautiful and gorgeous. And aside from that, she's just so freaking sweet. Like, she is such a sweet person. And I've had the opportunity to see her many, many, many times that like, sometimes I'd be telling my hombre, I'm like, damn, I hope I don't scare her. Like, she's probably gonna think I'm like stalking her and shit. But I end up in a lot of events where she's at, or I go to these events specifically because I know she's gonna be there performing. And like, why in the world would I miss an opportunity to see Becky G live? But I'm like, I know Becky G va a pensar que la estoy siguiendo, and then I'm fucking stalking her and shit, and I'm like in her dressing room like, bitch! All that aside though, I got the opportunity to collab with Becky G. It's also on my channel. This was a few years ago, and I was really nervous for that as well. But seeing how laid back and sweet and chill, like, it just made me feel so like comfortable. Like, I felt like I knew her for so long, and her just being so sweet just made it all feel like, oh, I actually know her. And kind of helped with like my nerves. And I feel like the collab went really smoothly. We filmed 3 videos that day, and she was super sweet about it the whole time. But yeah, I love her, and I love her music, and I swear I'm not stalking you, Becky. I think you're stalking me. Nah, just kidding. No, but it's because I always like end up seeing her at these events. And one time she recognized me. This was recently. I was at a Patron event. She was performing, and I wanted to be like right at the front. Like, I could have been like this on like the barricade or whatever, but I decided to step a little back because I was like, if she sees me, she's gonna be like, "Este otra vez?" But I was a little further back, and she still noticed me. And you see, this is what I'm saying, that I love her, because I was singing my heart out to one of her songs, and she was like, okay, Louie, I see you, like on the mic. And like, I was gagged because like, she didn't have to do that. She didn't even have to acknowledge that I was there. She could have just like, you know, seen me and be like, oh, okay, whatever. But like, she was like, okay, Louie, I see you. And I was like, what? Like, it was really sweet of her. Yeah, they're just really nice human beings. Jose Hernandez. Damn, casi me acabo mi pinche comida. ¿Qué voy a hacer cuando me la acabe, eh? Let me eat a little slower, Louie. What the fuck? Do you ever see yourself with kids in the future? And I feel like I've answered this question before, but my response might be a little different. I don't know. I feel like before my answer was absolutely not. I don't want kids. But as of recently, I feel like my answer is maybe. It's still not a yes. I think the idea of having a kid makes me really happy. But the like actually doing it scares me. Not like having the kid. I think like it's scary sometimes thinking about bringing a kid into this world. And let me just give y'all my thoughts. This is not me saying that this is how everybody else should feel, or this is not me like trying to scare anybody else. This is just my thought process. The idea of me bringing a child into this life is the fear of what they might go through growing up, because I base it a lot off of my childhood. And I've talked about it a few times, maybe not like the most deepest way, but I had a very tough childhood. And I get scared of bringing a life into this world and not being able to protect it like all the time. You know, like there's so many things in this world, like so many scary stuff, even things like bullying and so much more than that. That, I don't know, it scares me to be like, I won't be able to be behind my child's butt 24/7 and be there for every moment and make sure that everything goes okay. But yeah, I don't know. Even with like my sister's kids, I feel that, and it's like a fear of mine. Like they're not even my children. I feel like they are, but I'm not behind them 24/7, and like that scares me. Like I just wish I could protect them and like not let anything happen to them, but unfortunately that's like not the case. I feel like I'm in a place where like I would love to have kids, but I don't know if I can, because I'm scared of them living their life. No, I don't know. I think right now I'm enjoying Yoatzi's kids, and I'm enjoying my dogs, but the idea of having kids seems very beautiful to me, but who knows? Maybe I'll just stay here alone forever. Nah, I'm just kidding. Imagine I just go crazy and have a bunch of Stitch kids. But also I feel a little bit of pressure to have kids because I'm the only dude in the family to continue the Castro legacy. So I'm like, I gotta slap my last name somewhere, because then what's gonna happen to the Castros? Maybe it's something that I'll keep thinking about as I get older, but you know, I am 25 and I don't want to have kids when I'm like fucking 80 years old and my kids are like barely living. So I don't know about that one, but it definitely is something that I have been thinking a lot about lately. So okay, these two questions, I feel like I can kind of combine them and give you guys one answer. To a gay person, to another gay person, how did you deal with bullies in high school? Because I am dealing with them right now. First of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with that. And this next one says, what is the craziest thing that happened that helped you become the person that you are now? Also, I love you and I love your videos. Thank you. So the reason I say that I feel like I can combine these two together is because... Okay, let me start off with like the whole bullying. I was very vocal to my mom about my bullying. And I think that helped me a lot. Being vocal to somebody. I was very vocal about it to like my best friend at that time. And I was very vocal about it with my mom. And I felt like they played a huge role in keeping me safe. And my friend kept me safe like in school. I know a lot of times people see it as like snitching, but I didn't give a fuck. I'd rather be a snitch than get somebody beating me up for no reason, because I will say it, and I have said it a million times before, there was no reason for people to have been bullying me in high school. I wasn't doing shit to anybody. I was always in my own world. I was always by myself. I wasn't even like, I wasn't as loud as I am now. Back then, I wasn't wearing makeup. Like, it was just, I just so happened to be the only like gay person and the only person on social media at the time. So people found that I was a perfect target to bully. Also being vocal to a teacher or your principal, which I have said before, but my principal, dumbass, stupid ass bitch, didn't do shit for me. So the reason I say to just be as vocal about it as you can to anybody is because those are the people who are going to help you. And I feel like my life really didn't start until I finished high school. And I know in that moment it just feels like it's never gonna end, and it feels so fucking tiring that you have to keep going through that bullying every single day, because that's how I was. I hated going to school, and I hated having to walk up in that school knowing that I was gonna hear some shit about me or people trying to come at me sideways. But I tried telling my principal. Principal didn't do shit about it. But I had my mom, and I had my friend, and I had my counselor. I would go in there during lunch, or I would talk to her, and like she helped me through it a lot. And all of the friends that I made, especially senior year, they all helped me through it, and it all kind of just became like background noise, like all the bullying. And my mom, she would pick me up during lunch and would like sit with me and like, you know, whenever she could. But that's why I say just being vocal to anybody about the bullying, because there is going to be somebody who is going to do their best to help you. But also just please remember that it is temporary, and bullying is not, it's just a bunch of fucking high school kids who have nothing better to do with their lives. It really does not continue on forever. And going on to like the next question, I am in no way at all trying to glorify bullying, but because it's not. It's fucking, I hate it. It's horrible. I do not wish it upon anybody. But I low-key feel like all of that bullying that I went through kind of got me to where I'm at right now. And I'm not saying this again to glorify fucking bullying, but I'm telling you that do not let all of that shit that people are telling you, or the people that are bullying you, or how they're picking on you, like let it define you. Because what I did with all that bullying is like, I feel like I almost used it like fucking a firecracker at my bumpy. And I wanted to so hard prove to myself that I wasn't what any of these like bullies were telling me that I was. And I feel like that's why I continue doing like my social media stuff, and thanks to you guys. And obviously I found such a huge support system on here, and it helped me get really far. And also like being bullied so much, I had like little to no friends because nobody wanted to hang out with me. But I feel like it helped me really cherish those friendships that I made during those times that I was bullied. And most of those people are still in my life now. Like, but even now, like when I meet friends, like I feel like I really do cherish friends, because I didn't, like, not to get all fucking chillona and emotional shit, but I didn't really have any friends like that growing up. So I feel like it's really helped me cherish friendships. And it's also helped show me that I was not anything like what these fucking people in high school made me out to be. Like all this shit that people told me, I feel like I didn't let it define me. And now I'm here. And I mean, it sucks for my fucking bullies, but I've came across quite a few of them. And it's kind of sad to see where their lives are at. But I'm like, if that's the energy that you're putting out, then that's where you're going to end up, my love. Because these people are just miserable with themselves. And I just feel like all of that bullying definitely made me stronger. And it pushed me to prove myself that I was not any of these things. And now I'm here in my house that I bought with the money from these videos that all these bullies told me were stupid. Welcome to my stupid house. It's like, I'm kidding, but I'm also like being for real. Just know that it gets better after. Ignore these bullies as much as you can. Literally let it be background noise. If you have your friends, ride with your friends, stay with your friends, and I hope your friends are being an amazing support system and are helping you or protecting you whenever they can. And just know that high school, middle school, elementary school, whatever it is, does not define your life. There's so much more to that after. And I promise you, baby, it's gonna get better, my love. And if not, let me know and I'll put up a chongo and I'll go get your bully right now. Alright, this next one says, are there times where you regret getting a BBL? I don't regret getting a BBL because I always wanted a big butt. But alright, no, but like, but sometimes I regret not waiting. When I got my BBL, I think I was 21. And when you're 21, you already feel like the grand adult and like you know everything about life and everything. But not only do you not know everything about life, but sometimes, at least for me as a male, my body wasn't fully done growing, if that makes sense. Like I look at myself when I was 21, I was like, damn, I was still a fucking chamaco. And like the reality of it is our bodies never stop growing or changing. But I feel like if I would have waited a little bit longer, I would have known a little bit more like what my body would have looked like. And I know for women, like, y'all go through like puberty and stuff a lot younger than like guys do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be different for like women, but for me, I just wish I would have waited till I got to know my body a little bit more. I wish I would have been more like secure about what I was looking for when I was getting my body done. So it was just like a time thing. Like, I feel like I was really young to like not even go that far. Like my metabolism is very different now than what it was when I was 21. Back then, I could not gain weight for the life of me. And now, this is gonna make me gain 50 pounds by tomorrow morning. It's just little things like that where I wish I was a little bit more familiar with like my more mature body. I mean, I'm not fucking abuelita or nothing, but like just our bodies change a lot, and I feel like I was still like a chamaca when I had done it. So maybe if I would have waited a little bit more, I would have known more of what I was looking for and what I wanted and what my body would look like. But yeah, that's what I always say. I love my butt and I don't regret it. Sometimes I just wish I would have waited a little bit longer, but do your research. If it's something that you something that you really want, just be sure of it. Make sure you know what you want and what you're trying to go for. And do your research on that doctor, Or just hit up Dr. Chaudhry, because he gave me some bill bombies. Okay, I think I have one more question because I'm so full already. I'm just eating to eat now, but ya ni puedo. This question says, do you plan on having your hombre move in with you again? It's a really good question. It's a conversation that we've both had and we've talked about. But there's just been like a pretty cute wait. Let me move this shit before I keep eating. Just because I feel like I moved in with him when I was 21. And again, you feel like you're an adult at that age, but you're really not. And we were both still chamacos. We needed to learn how to communicate. We needed to learn how to mature. We needed to learn how to like set boundaries. And it's just like so many things that like at the time I was so sure that we both knew, but in reality, like I look back at it, you guys, and I'm like, we were two fucking chamacos living together, like with no idea on what it is to live without our parents, no idea what it is to live without people like making you food at home or like doing your laundry or like paying some of the bills, you know, because así es como es when you're living with your parents. But having all of these responsibilities thrown at you at once, like, it was scary. And I definitely kind of went full force into like social media, which I mean, I love doing, but I feel like I was putting more effort and time into like making content and making money than I was like in my relationship. And I don't want to get too much into that, but the only reason I'm mentioning that is because I feel like it was so scary living by ourselves that like I was so focused on making money because I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to pay these bills. So it was my first experience like living alone, and it's scary having such like big responsibilities and paying all these bills and like not having your mom or dad helping you. Like, it was a lot. But as of where I'm at right now, I'm very happy, and we both have talked about it so many times, and it's something that we definitely want to do. And I think it all just comes down to communicating, setting boundaries, and just knowing like what we're looking for when it comes to living together. So I don't think either him or I are in a rush. We're kind of letting just time do its thing, and when it feels right, then it's right. But as of right now, I mean, I obviously get sad that I don't get to see him all the time, and we both do, and we both have like two separate lives. But then when we finally get to see each other, it's like, I don't know, I feel like before we were missing that like separation. Like sometimes I feel like you need to be apart from your partner to feel like, you know, you miss them, you want to see him, like that rush of like, oh my god, I'm seeing you. But I know every relationship is different. I know some relationships who have been living together and have been doing it at such a young age and are doing amazing and have been doing amazing, but that's just not how it works for me. But it's okay. It's a lot of growing and a lot of learning, and I appreciate the process and just kind of letting time do its thing. And I guess we'll see where things go. Maybe we'll be roommates. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, that was a lot of questions. I feel like I got really deep with you guys. I'm scared. Nah, but for real, like I love these videos and I love getting really close to you guys and being open with you guys, because I feel like it's not something that I do all the time. And I appreciate you guys listening and just tuning in and continuing to watch my videos. And I definitely want to be a little bit more open with you guys again. I definitely feel like I've held back. And it's for personal reasons, but I missed you guys. And I hope you guys miss me. And I hope you guys enjoy my content. And if you don't, lárgate. No, but en serio, thank you guys for watching this video and letting me be vulnerable with you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please make sure you give this video the biggest thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below because I love reading your guys' comments and seeing what you guys have to say. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's 7 days of Stitchmas.